China's military has surged in capability and size in recent decades, but that rise has come partially as a result of stealing and copying a technology developed by the US and other countries. From drones to ships, here's a list of copies. Before that, everything you've watched in this video will be based on details available on the internet, and not my interest. First, Star Shadow. It is a stealthy flying wing unmanned combat aerial vehicle developed by the Chinese company Star UAV System. The drone is definitely based on America's existing X-47B. The designers could easily have received access to technology taken from a crashed American RQ-170 drone in Iran, and papers on stealth technology sent to China by a US spy. It will have a maximum takeoff weight of 4,000 kilograms, with a truncated diamond-shaped airframe 7.3 meters long. It is powered by TWS-800 small turbofan engines. Endurance is 12 hours and the ceiling is 15,000 meters. It's unclear whether Star UAV System gained intel as a result of cyber espionage or through the Chinese government spy, if at all, but the similarities between the X-47B and the Star Shadow are hard to ignore. Next on the list, Y-20. The Y-20 military transport plane has many similarities to the United States Boeing C-17. Not only photos show a similarity, but the plane is also similar to the C-17 in terms of overall size and weight plus cargo capacity. Despite its smallness, it's still a massive transport aircraft capable of carrying Chinese main battle tanks and other gear across the planet. It was developed using designs from Boeing that was stolen. In 2009, a former Boeing employee was convicted of selling C-17 technical details to China. Next, Type 726 landing craft. The Chinese Type 726A is a carbon copy of the U.S. Navy landing craft. The hovercraft used by the U.S. Navy uses to deliver everything, from bullets to tanks to bare enemy beaches. The two vessels even have similar capabilities. Both can carry 60 tons, but the U.S. LCAC can overload to 75 tons. This is particularly bad news for Taiwan, the democratic island stronghold separated from mainland China by a thin strip of water that the Type 726 can cross while carrying a Chinese main battle tank. Next in the list, Z-20. China purchased the civilian variant of the UH-60 Black Hawk back in the 1980s. Commentators widely describe the helicopter as Copy Hawk. The PLA is planning to use the Z-20 in the attack role, perhaps in support of Special Operations Forces, similar to the employment of armed Black Hawks and Seahawks by the U.S. military. The helicopter features a fifth blade that's not found on Black Hawks, and the Z-20 is thought to carry slightly more weight than its ancestor. Wang, a military aviation expert, underlined that the helicopter could reach a similar level as the UH-60, since about 2,000 to 3,000 units can be expected to be built. Next is J-20. China's J-20 stealth jet, believed to be a copycat design of the US-made F-35 and F-22. In late July of 2014, China's Chengdu Aircraft Corporation conducted a successful test flight of the Chengdu J-20. The plane has been modified several times since its first prototype in 2011, with revisions in the air intake, wing size, and nose design to enhance stealth. It's believed that information gained from cyber attacks on the U.S. military and defense contractors led to the modifications. In July of 2014, a Chinese businessman was arrested for stealing data from the U.S. over 24 defense programs, including the F-35 and F-22. Next, CH-4 drone. It is designed and constructed by a state-owned aircraft manufacturer by China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation. It is a multi-purpose drone copying the U.S. MQ-1 Predator. Chen, a researcher for the CASC, said it can carry up to 760 pounds with an endurance of 38 hours and a maximum range of over 2,000 miles. But it is lacking an altitude of the proper Reaper. It can reach an altitude of 9,000 meters, compared to the 15,000 meters of the Reaper. Next, HJ-12. It is strikingly similar to the US FGM-148 Javelin anti-tank missile in comparing size, targeting systems, method of firing, and even basic design. In 2014, the Chinese regime revealed their new HJ-12 anti-tank missile. According to the China Daily, missiles are able to target tanks over 2 miles away. The weapon can allegedly destroy current-generation tanks, including America's M1 Abrams, T-90, and Tide 90. It is manufactured by China's state-owned company Norinco, which has also been selling weapons to South Sudan. Next, the Dongfeng. In the late 1980s, AM General wanted to sell the high-mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, also known as the Humvee, to PLA. But the PLA rejected the offer, and the company left one Humvee in China before they leave. After seeing the Humvee's abilities to cross deserts during the Gulf War in 1991, the Chinese military regained interest in the vehicle and gathered the few civilian Humvees that Chinese oil companies had bought in the 1990s, as well as the one AM General had left in the mainland. Using reverse engineering, they built a prototype and named it Dongfeng EQ 2050. Dongfeng is now widely used by the Chinese police and military. Everything you've watched in this video will be based on details available on the internet,